So today I'm working on taking my client Emily lighter from solid dark color. This is her second session so far. Our end goal is a soft balayage look with no dark mixed pieces inside. I section the hair into 4 panels and start in the back right quadrant with diagonal back sections. I'm doing a combination of baby lights and balayage on her to give a very soft look, but also this will help ensure that I get most of her hair in foils so that we can lift that previous dark color off. As I work my way up the head, my sections become more horizontal because I'm going to turn these 2 back quadrants into 1 mohawk section down her part line, but for now I'm just doing horizontal back. Once I get high enough up the head, I stop and switch to the left back quadrant. I'm doing the exact same thing on this side, foiling a 3-to-1 ratio of baby lights to balayage. Yes, I'm backcombing my balayage even though it's a fine section. I like to do this mainly just for my own peace of mind. It does create a really great blend, but also gives me more of a visual of where to stop my lightener. And anytime I'm taking someone dramatically lighter all over, I like to combine my techniques because I feel like it softens the line and makes the end result much softer. We colored Emily's hair in all over solid level 2 about a year or so ago, just touching up her roots every so often. So this is her second session going lighter, and she still wanted to have a majority of her darker pieces in her hair to create lots of dimension. So I went in and freehanded her head just with a balayage technique. She lifted to about a solid 8 that first session, but some places were a little darker. In all my blonding applications, I use Pulp Riot Blonde AF Lightener with 20 volume, and of course Olaplex, especially since I'm overlapping in some areas to pop out those blonde pieces. The ratio I'm mixing is 1 to 2, and when I get around the front, I work at a diagonal back section. As I work my way back into the hairline, I start slightly shifting my sections to be more horizontal. I know you can't really see what I'm doing here at first, but I had to spin the chair a little bit towards the camera. I'm doing the same thing on the other side as well, and once I get to the end of my section, I gather all the hair in the middle on the top of her head and find her natural part. I work directly off my client's part line so that when they part their hair, both sides will be symmetrical and match exactly. I take a parting just off the middle and clip it away to start on the opposite side. I typically take smaller sections and do more baby lights in the front of my client's hair around the hairline so it'll be brighter and create that money piece, so that's what I'm doing here. Once I do 4 baby light foils, I go back to my regular 3-to-1 baby light balayage ratio. I'm doing the same placement on the other side, just gathering more hair to be sure that I include her entire part line so that they are symmetrical. Okay, so everybody always laughs at me with my stool, but I am too short to do this without it. I really only use a stool when I get to the very, very top of the head just because it's hard for me to reach. I'm only 5 foot, so I don't know what people expect of me. I don't know. So I let her process for about 45 minutes and then I rinsed her and then I did a root smudge at about a level 6, which is pretty close to her natural, and I dragged it down and also did a toner. I forgot to film that, so it's not in here, but I figured I would go ahead and tell you guys what I did. And I like to blow dry all of my clients smooth after every service just so I can really look at it and see the color and pretty much do a really good once over to make sure that I'm satisfied with everything, as well as the client being able to see everything smooth. If it looks good smooth, it's going to look great curly, and that's kind of a good rule of thumb that I go by. I go in after I smooth out all my guests and just go in and do like a style with a loose wave. This iron is about a 1/2 inch, and in the front I do all my waves away from the face, and in the back I kind of flip-flop my sections just so they don't marry into each other.